welcome back. I've got my tractor painted. All I'm going to paint for now. I was wanting to get the roll bar painted and paint the top, but I've run out of time. But that's what she's looking like. We put new decals on it. Got two new tires here in the front. Looking pretty sharp. I didn't paint much back here in the back. The only thing I painted was the fuel tank. I didn't paint the lift arms or anything, because all that stuff winds up getting oily and dirty anyway. Like I said, I was planning on painting the roll bar, but I've run out of time. I painted the deck. Looking pretty sharp. And them decals was a pain. They was all one piece. We ordered them online and they was all one piece from the front to the back. And it took me and my wife on this side, it took us probably at least 30 minutes to stick that side on. And then the other side, a friend of mine come up and hang out a little bit, and he helped us get the other side on, and that extra hand really helped. But it looks pretty good. Like I said in a previous video, I've got pictures of it before I started, before I washed it, after I washed it, when I got it primed. Now you see the way it is here. But I got several projects going on. Like I said, I've got that as far as I'm going to go on that. And I'm definitely taking advantage of the new shop. As you can see, I've got stuff sitting around everywhere. This thing, the tar blew on me yesterday. Right there, it's been ready to blow for a long time. And it finally give up, huh? Yeah. It finally gave up on me yesterday. In the shop here, I've got the Kenworth in here. I pulled it in to just to do a service on it. I was going to change the oil in the motor, check transmission, rear ends. And when I got into it, I found more issues. I did get the oil changed yesterday. It rained here yesterday just about all day, so that was my plan for yesterday, was to service this truck and get it out of here. But that didn't go as planned. Like I said, I got the oil changed, and when I was underneath there, put my drain plug back in, I was looking at the universal joints and stuff, and on the tail end of the transmission was wet and the seal was leaking. So I rolled on back, and the seal here on the rear end was leaking. That was wet, and this yoke was loose. So yesterday evening, I got this yoke off, and I got that seal out. And this morning, I got the transmission yoke off and got that seal out. And I ordered the seals. The one for the rear end, it come in today at 1. I've got that put back in, yoke put back on, tightened up, and U-joint and stuff put back in. My transmission seal won't be here till in the morning. So that's kind of a standstill there. I can still check my rear ends. I've not done that yet, but top my rear ends and stuff off and grease the front end. But on another note, I got these steps down here. This is a set of steel steps we had gotten at a junkyard a long time ago. And they're not hardly tall enough. I want this flat deck to be up here. I'm going to mount it to the wall up here. I've got to add 2 more steps to the bottom right here. These steps are 8 tall, 8 deep, and this is pretty close to level right now, and we're almost 16 inches, so it's going to work out. It's going to work out just right for 2 more steps. I've got some walk plate. That's what that's made out of, is walk plate. I've got some walk plate here that I'm going to cut and weld together to make my extra couple of steps. And I'm going to try to work on that here in a little bit. But this truck, to give you kind of an idea on my height, I've got plenty of room to get it in here. I do have to right here and right there, them was thermostats for the heat for the building when it had hogs in it. I've got to get them down and do something with them wires, but these stacks go in between it, so I was able to get it in here. But I had to pull the tool truck in to run my big inch impact. But I've got plenty of room in here, and I do have all my lights in now. They come in the other day. Let's see, that would have been Friday, I guess. And I do have all them put in now. And it's really bright. And I'm thinking about now having my wife order me a couple more and put back here in the back, because I really like them. But it's really brightened it up in here. I don't know how well you can see on this camera, but even with that open, the door open, you still got plenty of light that's coming in here off of them lights. But anyway, I'm going to see if I can't start working on these steps, picking my tools up from working on this truck, and see if I can work on them steps and see if I can't maybe get them mounted and bring you back in a bit. Well, this is a couple of days later. I got my truck lined out. I changed the oil in it, greased everything. I had to replace rear seal on the transmission and front seal on the differential on the rear end. Checked all that. The transmission was bad low. I put about 1.5 gallons in it, so it was about half. I've been working on my log trailer. I had to put a tar on it. It blowed just sitting here. And I got another tar on it today. And ever since I've had this thing, I've had problems with the brakes. And I finally figured out it was the, I think it's called an emergency valve, an RE6. And what it was doing is it would release, but it took forever. And I got a new one of them and put on it. So that pile of logs I was talking about, I've got a load loaded up. I'm going to take them in the morning. I think that I'm going to have, probably one, maybe two more loads, 1.5 anyway. And the big pile of logs that I had, I thought I had more piled up there than I do. What you see on the truck and what you see laying right here was all that was in that big pile. Well, there is a few I've got laying out down there, but these things are just about laid here too long. The bark and stuff's coming off of them, but they're still pretty solid because I've been cutting them up. But before I've loaded all this with a loader and switched the forks and stuff around, or the bucket and stuff around this morning. And before I done that, I done some more grade work here. I've about got that lined out. And the reason why this dirt's still right here is that's where the office starts. I'm down to the foundation right here on the main garage part, but right here I dug and looked before I started at the end of the garage, or the pits, where the pits used to be, to the office. It stepped up right here. So I'm going to leave that dirt there for now, and whenever I get all this leveled up and done, I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to set me 2 or 3 of them big concrete blocks in there like I was talking about on the other, and sit right against the foundation to keep that from undermining. But that's what's been happening around here. Been working on that truck and working on that trailer. This here is the dozer I was talking about I had to take the motor out of. It's a sad sight right now, but when it's running, it is a hoss. But anyway, so I guess that's going to do it for this one. Get these logs and stuff took off, get the loader and stuff back. We're getting ready to start chopping wheat, so I got to get the loader back, that way we've got something to pack with. But before I put the bucket back on it, we've got some logs there at home that I'm going to try to get loaded up and get gone too before I take the forks off. So I'll just carry the bucket home and then we'll change it there. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.